Summary of Unfaithful, an unputdownable and absolutely gripping psychological thriller written by Natalie Barelli. Chapter 1. Anna awoke with a start, disoriented and overheated, her legs entangled in the sheets. She blinked away the remnants of a stressful dream, fragments of missed flights and swaying ladders lingering in her mind. The jarring sound of her phone ringing shattered the silence of the early morning, pulling her out of her groggy state. She fumbled for the device, her pulse racing as she answered. "Hello? It's me," came the urgent voice on the other end. Anna's heart skipped a beat as she recognized the voice of Alex, her brightest PhD student. She glanced at the clock, the dim light filtering through the blinds indicating it was still early. "Alex? What time is it?" "I don't know." 5? 6? "I need to see you." Anna sat up, her mind racing with questions. "I'll have to call you back," she said, trying to keep her voice steady. "When can you come?" The urgency in Alex's tone sent a shiver down Anna's spine. "I don't know, Alex. I have a meeting this morning. I'll come after." "No. You have to come now." Anna hesitated, torn between her commitment to Alex and her responsibilities at work. "Alex, I can't. I'll come later, as soon as I'm free, all right?" "What's going on, anyway?" There was a sigh, or perhaps a hint of smoke, on the other end of the line. "I'll tell you when you get here. Bring the notebooks with you." "All of them?" "Yes. It's important, Anna. Bring them, okay?" And with that, Alex hung up, leaving Anna feeling unsettled and anxious. Turning to look at her husband, Luis, who was still peacefully asleep beside her, Anna felt a pang of guilt for disturbing his rest. She leaned over to kiss his bare shoulder, but he didn't stir, lost in his own serene world. As she slipped out of bed, Anna couldn't help but envy his ability to sleep through the chaos of her thoughts. Quietly making her way downstairs, Anna was greeted by Roxy, their playful French bulldog, who dropped a chewed-up toy at her feet. She absent-mindedly scratched Roxy's head before letting her out into the yard. The familiar routine helped to ground Anna as she tried to process the early morning call from Alex. In the kitchen, Anna went through the motions of her morning routine, preparing breakfast and emptying the dishwasher, all the while her mind whirling with thoughts of Alex and the mysterious urgency of his request. She couldn't shake the feeling of foreboding that lingered from her dream, a sense that something was amiss. Alex had always been her most promising student, a brilliant mind on the brink of a groundbreaking discovery. Anna had invested countless hours mentoring him, guiding him through the rigors of academic research. The thought of something going wrong filled her with dread. Sipping her coffee, Anna opened her laptop to review her notes for the upcoming faculty meeting. As a mathematics professor, she was accustomed to navigating the challenges of academia, but the uncertainty of Alex's call added an extra layer of complexity to her already busy schedule. The faculty meeting loomed large in Anna's mind, a crucial opportunity to make a good impression and advance her career. She had been working tirelessly, juggling her duties as a teacher, mentor, and mother, all in the hopes of securing a promotion to full professor. Despite her outward confidence, Anna couldn't shake the nagging doubt that lingered beneath the surface. The competitive nature of academia had taken its toll, leaving her constantly second-guessing herself and striving for perfection. With a sigh, Anna pushed aside her insecurities and focused on the task at hand. She showered and dressed in her usual professional attire, the linen skirt and pearl-colored blouse serving as her armor against the challenges of the day ahead. As she fastened her necklace, a gift from her children, Anna couldn't help but feel a surge of pride at how far she had come. Glancing in the mirror, Anna caught Luis watching her from the bed, a frown creasing his brow. She smiled, trying to brush off his concern. "What's wrong?" she asked, her voice tinged with amusement. "You look conservative." "Like a school teacher," Luis remarked, his tone teasing. Anna rolled her eyes playfully, reaching for her lipstick to add a splash of color to her lips. "I am a school teacher," she retorted, unable to suppress a smile. Luis chuckled, running a hand through his dark hair. "You know what I mean." Anna shook her head affectionately. marveling at the easy banter between them. Despite their differences, Luis had always been her rock, supporting her through the ups and downs of their life together. With a final glance in the mirror, Anna grabbed her purse and headed downstairs to join her family for breakfast. The familiar chaos of the morning routine enveloped her, the sound of her children's laughter echoing through the house. As Luis prepared to leave for his art gallery, Anna reminded him of his responsibilities for the day, including picking up their son from soccer practice and attending their daughter's play later that evening. Despite the occasional disagreements and misunderstandings, Anna admired Luis's dedication to their family and his passion for his work. Alone with her thoughts, Anna took a moment to collect herself before setting out for the day. She leashed up Roxy for a quick walk around the block, relishing the quiet solitude of the early morning hours. The rhythmic sound of Roxy's paws against the pavement helped to calm Anna's racing thoughts as she tried to make sense of the events unfolding around her. Returning home, Anna felt a renewed sense of purpose as she prepared to face the day ahead. Despite the uncertainties and challenges that lay in her path, she remained steadfast in her commitment to those she loved and the pursuit of her own ambitions. With a deep breath, Anna squared her shoulders and stepped out into the world, ready to tackle whatever challenges came her way. Chapter 2. The university's mathematics department was a hive of activity as Anna entered the small meeting room. Jeff, the department chair, was already standing at the whiteboard, his expression one of mild annoyance as he glanced over his shoulder at her. "Hey, there you are," he greeted her, his tone tinged with impatience. Anna offered a quick apology. "Sorry. Dog walking. Lost track of time." The committee consisted of 5 members, Jeff, the department chair, and 3 mathematics professors, Rohan, John, and Mila, the youngest in the faculty, who always made sure to remind everyone of her youth. Then there was Anna herself, a dedicated member of the department who often found herself taking on more responsibilities than she had initially signed up for. The purpose of the meeting was clear: the university's future funding was precarious, to say the least. Mismanagement of the endowment had left them in a precarious financial situation, and they needed to brainstorm new sources of income. Jeff wasted no time in getting down to business. "So, where are we up to?" he asked, turning his attention to Anna. Anna nodded, setting her laptop on the table and opening a new document. She surreptitiously glanced at Mila, noting her fashionable attire and enviable appearance. Despite her intelligence and academic achievements, Mila's attractiveness often seemed to overshadow her contributions in professional settings. "Since you're here, will you take minutes, Anna?" Jeff asked, his tone implying that he already knew the answer. Anna smiled, accustomed to being the go-to person for such tasks. "Sure, happy to," she replied, though internally, she couldn't help but feel a twinge of frustration at always being relegated to these administrative duties. Jeff's next words only served to reinforce Anna's feelings of being undervalued. "I know I always ask you, but you're the only one I can trust to do it right," he said, prompting a forced smile from Anna. "It's no problem," she assured him, though she couldn't help but wonder why June, the department secretary, wasn't enlisted for such tasks. However, she pushed aside her reservations and focused on the task at hand, typing new funding opportunities staff suggestions at the top of her document. Mila, the ever-confident young professor, was the first to offer a suggestion. "We could contact our alumni? Organize a fundraising dinner," she proposed, her voice dripping with enthusiasm. Jeff nodded in approval, jotting down Mila's suggestion on the whiteboard. Anna couldn't help but feel a pang of annoyance. Surely there were more innovative ideas to explore? Yet, she remained silent, knowing that questioning Mila's suggestion would only serve to draw attention to her own perceived inadequacies. Jeff then turned to Anna. "Will you organize it?" he asked, assuming her willingness to take on yet another task without considering her workload or other commitments. Anna's initial instinct was to protest, to suggest that Mila take on the responsibility for her own idea. But her ingrained sense of duty and desire to be seen as a team player prevailed, and she nodded in acquiescence. "Okay," she replied, making a mental note to discuss the matter with June later. As the meeting continued, Jeff's tone grew increasingly somber as he highlighted the urgency of their financial situation. Anna couldn't help but feel a sense of dread creeping over her as she listened to his words. "We are in early talks with a number of philanthropic institutions," Jeff explained, "but I'll be blunt, it doesn't look good." Anna's mind raced as she considered the implications of their predicament. Without adequate funding, the department's future, and her own career, hung in the balance. Suddenly, a thought occurred to Anna, causing her to break into a smile. She quickly masked her expression as Jeff's gaze landed on her. "What's going on, Anna?" he asked, noting her sudden change in demeanor. Anna feigned innocence, inwardly cursing herself for allowing her thoughts to betray her. "Nothing, why?" she replied, willing her blush to fade. "You're smiling," Jeff observed, his tone curious. Anna forced herself to adopt a neutral expression. "It's naff." Jeff's attention returned to the discussion at hand, and Anna breathed a sigh of relief, grateful for the reprieve. As the meeting continued, Anna's mind drifted back to a pivotal moment in her recent past, the day Alex, her PhD student, had approached her with a groundbreaking discovery. Alex was unlike any student Anna had encountered before, bright, ambitious, and driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge. From the moment he had walked into her office, brandishing a copy of a now-defunct mathematics journal, Anna had been captivated by his passion and determination. "Please, Dr. Sanchez. You're the only one that I want," Alex had pleaded, his big, pleading blue eyes conveying a sense of urgency that Anna couldn't ignore. Despite her initial reservations, Anna had agreed to supervise Alex's thesis, impressed by his intellect and determination. Little did she know that their collaboration would lead to a discovery that would shake the foundations of the mathematical community. It had started innocently enough. Alex had stumbled upon a paper Anna had published years earlier and had become fascinated by its contents. As they delved deeper into the material, Anna couldn't help but be drawn in by Alex's enthusiasm and intelligence. Then, one fateful day, Alex had approached Anna with a revelation that would change everything. "You have to promise to keep it secret," he had insisted, his expression grave. Anna had nodded solemnly, her curiosity piqued. Little did she know the magnitude of what Alex was about to reveal. With trembling hands, Alex had handed Anna a spiral notebook filled with messy equations and shorthand notes. As Anna flipped through the pages, her eyes widened in disbelief. The Pentystone conjecture, a famous unsolved problem that had confounded mathematicians for decades, lay before her, its secrets tantalizingly within reach. "You have to tell me what this is," Anna had whispered, her voice barely above a. Alex had nodded eagerly, his eyes shining with excitement. "The Pentystone conjecture. I think I have an angle," he had replied, his voice tinged with a mixture of nerves and excitement. Anna had felt a surge of adrenaline coursing through her veins as she listened to Alex's explanation. Despite the enormity of what he was proposing, she couldn't help but feel a sense of exhilaration at the prospect of being involved in such groundbreaking research. Over the following months, Anna and Alex had worked tirelessly on the conjecture, their days and nights consumed by the pursuit of a solution. Despite the challenges they faced, they had remained steadfast in their determination to crack the code, knowing that their efforts could change the course of mathematical history. And then, finally, the breakthrough had come. Anna would never forget the moment when Alex had burst into her office, his face alight with triumph as he revealed the solution they had been seeking. "We did it, Anna. We cracked the Pentystone conjecture," Alex had exclaimed, his joy infectious. Anna had felt tears pricking at her eyes as she embraced Alex, overwhelmed by a sense of pride and accomplishment. Together, they had achieved the impossible, defying the odds and unlocking the secrets of one of mathematics' most elusive mysteries. But their journey was far from over. As they prepared to publish their findings, Anna knew that their discovery would have far-reaching implications, not just for their careers, but for the entire mathematical community. As the meeting drew to a close, Anna felt a renewed sense of determination coursing through her veins. Despite the challenges they faced, she knew that she and Alex were capable of overcoming any obstacle that stood in their way. With their groundbreaking discovery poised to revolutionize the world of mathematics, Anna couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement for the future. Together, she and Alex would rewrite the history books, leaving a legacy that would endure for generations to come.